Yesterday you all researched these four terms, and some of you have come across them before. So let's just read through the definitions of these four terms. And there are three terms here which tell us the average of a number. So the average is a term that you'll use a lot, but in maths there are three different types of average, or three primary ones that we look at. The first is called the mean of the data. The mean is probably the average you're most used to using and the one that you tend to mean when you say the average. To calculate the mean, you add up all of the numbers and divide by the total number of items, the total number of things they are. So that's one you're probably most familiar with. The median is the middle number. So you arrange the data in order of size, and the median is the one in the middle. If there are two middle numbers, then the median is the middle of these two numbers, and we'll look at an example of that case to help. The mode is the final definition of the average, and the mode is the number which occurs the most often. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the middle, whereas the median and the mean kind of often are a bit more. The mode is just the one that occurs the most often. A set of data may have more than one mode, or it may have no modes if all of the values are the same, or so each value appears once. The final term we're going to look at is the range. The range isn't a measure of average. It doesn't tell us the middle of the data. It's a measure of what we call the spread of the data. The range is the difference between the largest value and the smallest value. So it is a measure that tells us how far apart things are spread out. So range is a measure of how spread out the data is, whereas the averages, they're all a measure of where the middle of the data is. So the easiest thing to do here is to have a go at some questions. And when you're answering questions, I would suggest that you keep these definitions in front of you really carefully. So we're going to go through each of these questions. So first of all, 1A, we're given 8, 6, 3, 3, 5, 5, 6, 3, and 9. Find the mode. Well, the mode is the number which occurs the most often. So if we look at it carefully, we see we've got 1, 2, 3 threes. We don't have anything else occurring that many times, so the mode is equal to 3. It's worth having a quick look here at B as well. In B, we have 4 appearing twice, and we have 7 also appearing twice. So our mode is 4 and 7. So the mode, there can be more than one mode. Question 2 asks us to find the mean. So for the mean, what we need to do is add all of the numbers together. 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, and divide the total answer by how many there are. Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. And if you work out what that is, it becomes 36 on the top, divided by 6, and so the answer is 6. So remember, these first two here are the mode, this one is the mean. So the mean, we add them all together and divide by how many there are. Question 3 is going to get us to look at the median. So for each set of numbers, find the median, that is the middle number, when, and this is really important, the data is arranged in order of size. So for 3A, we start with 5, 3, 6, 2, 2, and we put it in order of size first. So 2, 2, 3, 5, 6. And then we look at it very carefully. So which one's the middle number? Well, maybe we can start by crossing numbers out from either end, crossing them out, and we get left with 3 as our middle number. So in this case, the median is equal to 3. Be good to have a look at another example of that. So for B, we're asked to find the median of 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, it's already put in order for us, so that's good. But let's see what happens. If we cross out from either end, we then get left with 2 values in the middle. So we cross them both out, there'll be nothing left. So what we do is we find the middle of those two numbers. The best way to find the middle of two numbers is to do 2 plus 3 divided by 2, which is 5 over 2. You can leave it as a fraction, or you can write it as a decimal. The median is equal to 2.5. One final example. Question 4, answer over here, you're asked to find the range. So for question 4, we're asked to find the range. The key thing here to find the range is to find the lowest value and the highest value, and then the range is equal to the difference between those two things. So the lowest value in this set of numbers, we read across it carefully, is 3. The highest value is 13. Check very carefully every time you do it. So we've got, so the highest value is 13. So we've got 3 and 13. Therefore, the range is equal to 13 minus 3, which is 10. So you see here, there's 4 different methods that you need to be able to use. So you need to spend some time practicing these things. Use the descriptions to help you. Use these examples to help you. And then once you've done all of those, then hopefully the more you practice them, the more used to them you will get.